All right, guys, the strength in the market continues. FOMC day is behind us now, and another very strong day. So we just continue higher here. So for the watch list for Thursday, let's see, SZYM. We had the gap up and ran up to almost 320 the other day, and then ended up closing at its lows in more of a narrow range today. Kind of have a gap fill. That one actually goes on bounce watch for Thursday. Another bounce play, ZYNE. This is a weird looking chart, I admit. You had the gap up and the crazy move. And the range on this big green day was 1187 to 2156. And now it's down below that range. I mean, it's crazy out there, but this one might catch a nice bounce. No trades in it today. It was just on watch. Doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. It goes back on bounce watch for tomorrow. KNDI. You have 2 days lower now after the nice breakout. That one goes on bounce watch. LEU. Got to keep this one on watch just because of this 15 million share day and the crazy move it made. We're down like 6 days in a row. If you go to 15-minute candles, you do not have a break of its opening 15-minute candles high since the big day. All right, this was the next day and so on. You can see but it's starting to find support around 220. It's still worth having on a chart. No trades in it the last several days, just on watch. Just another one that's occupying chart space without any trades, but maybe tomorrow. You never know, right? BOJA, nice breakout. 3 days lower, kind of found equilibrium today, closing about where it opened. That one goes on long watch for tomorrow. GBIM, another one. You see a big move, 3 days lower, goes on bounce watch for tomorrow. ORPN, this thing was insane. Jane from England, one of my members, she's amazing posts, and she added this one to our watch list in the pre-market. I didn't see it. She called this a possible sleeper, hard to say. And the thing gaps up and just ripped to almost $8. Ends up closing at 4. Here it is on 5-minute candle. So, I mean, after that crazy move, and it's spready and a crazy trader, and I didn't do anything with it, just to be clear, but we did have members do really well with this one, and a big hats off to Jane for putting it on our watch list. I form a list every morning of gappers that I think have potential. I like the low float ones. I didn't see this one, and Jane put it on our list, and we added it before the market opened. Having said that, I still never caught a trade in it, but ended up giving back most of its gains. This is one, though, when you find something that can move on an intraday basis from 305 to almost 8, got to have that on watch several days going forward if you're a day trader. Be careful with that one, though, because it is spready at times. It can be pretty nasty, but definitely goes on watch for tomorrow. TMST, I've been talking about this one. If it can break out over this range, over, I don't know, like over the 870 area, over this 4-day high here, and it looked like it was rolling over, but then right back up. And if you look at the other steels like US Steel, pushed to new recent highs today. US Steel, let's see, what else do we have? STLD, very strong. Nucor, very strong. AK Steel. So these are all, if they rip another day, TMST is kind of a laggard, but it can really move nicely at times, as you can see what it did back here. So that one goes back on watch, and I will trade that long if the other steels get going, and it gives me a good intraday setup. let me type this right, TRGP. You have just basically a cup and handle formation here, and this is the handle. The high of this candle back here in December, 32.78. Then you had that lower high, right side of the cup at 31, and then the handle. And now look at the volume today, it's starting to sneak back up. So I like it over today's high, which would be 30.48. But that is not that important of a number. It might give a red to green, and it's nowhere near there. So anyway, we'll just keep an eye on that. TRGP, it looks like it might break out soon. And then lastly, OUTR, had the gap up and sold off and closed below its open yesterday, and then today, really a strong day. So I think we might get a follow through on today's move, and that's OUTR. It's a lower float stock, so it's worth having on watch. I'm not in love with this list for tomorrow, but we had the chaos of FOMC today, and now hopefully we'll find some gappers to play in the morning, and hopefully this list will yield 1 or 2 nice trades as well. And we talk about it in chat all the time. I log in every day thinking I just need one good trade, and I think that's where a lot of newer traders kind of miss the mark or fail, because they feel like they always have to be in something, or they feel like they have to take 15, 20 trades a day. I'll sit for an hour and a half if I have to, and wait for that right setup, because I know I only need one decent trade every day to give me a nice profit for that day. And then, day after day, that adds up to a really nice salary over the course of a year. So, if you're struggling and you're wondering what advice somebody like myself might give, I would say, please don't overtrade. Wait for a proper setup and then put your money to work, right? And always after you take an entry, always play defense first. All right, those are the main points that I preach every day. So here I go doing it in a video. All right, I am done. We will talk to you tomorrow.